Machiwa. Greetings. I welcome all of you, Starseed Indigo brothers and sisters of light, family of Christos, inner Christos, finding the awakening of your inner God spark, yes? Seeking unity, consciousness, Christ consciousness, coming to earth to help humans, Lyran Starseeds, help humans with their spiritual awakening, to help the earth, to help the transformation, because there's a spiritual drama here. There's a spiritual bondage. And so you could say that the Lyrans come here to be like a counterbalance to the dark side, because we are in a spiritual war, holy ones. A lot of us just want to be peaceful and blissful and live in joy, and you still can. What I'm saying is you still will be molested, so to speak, by you would say, dark energies, the dark consciousness that is literally, well, you could say literally, and well, it is literally invading our planet on many different fronts. Yes. Let me make sure this is a live recording. I just want to make sure everything is working. Can you guys hear me okay and see me okay? It looks like we got lights and we got some action going on in chat. Machiwa, holy ones. We have Junior BYIFNYCRI. I'm not sure what word those are supposed to be. Sorry. Best in the house, Machiwa, holy one. So grateful to have you here. 13th Indigo, another Vato in the house. Anahazi, brother. What's up, brother? Sunset Dreams. Yes. Dreaming. Soul coming on in. Peace and greetings, you sexy sons of holy beings. I like how you said that, holy one. Ancient University Divinity. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful to you, holy one. You're a regular here. Look at you. A lot of the regulars coming on in and some new folks. We got, how do you pronounce that? Flex. The Oracle. Gang, 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 gang. What's up, holy one? Thank you for being here. Barbara Joy in the house. Afternoon, Christos autumn day here in New Zealand. Wow. Welcome, autumn. That's right. Everything's different on that side of the planet. Yes. With sun shining. 17 degrees. Wow. We go by Fahrenheit. I guess you're talking Celsius. Thank you for being here. Amy. Hello, Anuhazi. Love your teachings. Toronto, Canada. Thank you for being here, sister. Welcome, Canada. Much respect. Monica, you're good. Thank you, Holy One. I'm glad. Thank you for that confirmation. Sound is good. Light is good. Garrett, peace, love, and light. You said it, Holy Ones. That's our energy. That's our vibration. That's our frequency we send into the world. Not judgment. Not guilt. Not shame. But bliss, joy, unity, Christ consciousness. That's what we send into the world. We're friendly. We're kind. We honor all life. We follow the creed of love all. Omni love, baby. What's up? I love all of your guys' beautiful, positive vibrations. It's a blessing. So good to see you, Sarah. Beauty by Roxy, Indigo Lyran, along with many other titles. What's up? And that's what it is, you guys. Like Roxy said, we're connecting to our heritage. And you could say we're going through a stellar activation cycle. That's what the Guardians call it, aka also known as Stargate opening cycle. Actually, they've all opened, but they're still open. And only the 7th one has closed. And that was in January 2022. So this is according to the timelines of Voyagers. So we have 6 gates open. That's a lot of, because we're in 3D, so that's, oops, my glasses, 4D, 5D, and 6D higher consciousness flowing in. And the 6th one would be indigo ray. So we have a lot of that coming into our planet, so it affects all life. It affects even people who are not on a spiritual journey. It's an influx of frequency. And as a matter of fact, since there is this happening, because there is a Stargate opening cycle, there's lots of negative aliens who are against the Christos, against God, the Creator, who are against our planet and our agenda as a human race. And so there's not just one race, there's several races. So that's why it's a spiritual war and bondage. So we just want to take in all this energy and expand, and it's a natural process. That's what it does. It's a long cycle that the Earth goes through, because it's about her. She's the one doing the ascension, so we're along for the ride, or not. I guess some people fall. But anyways, it's a 26,556 year period. This is spiritual science, so we can list exact years like that, numbers. And so this is at the end of that cycle. If it's a long cycle, even if ascension is a few thousand years, that's at the end of it, at the end of this long planetary time cycle. And so all this action takes place, okay, during this Stargate opening cycle of the ascension cycle. All humans are fired, all their DNA is firing up. So, but if you're on a spiritual journey, that's awakening your memory, like Roxy said, a connection to your family. You start to perceive them, see them, hear them. The 3 clairs: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, feel. So this is supernatural compared to most humans. First of all, most humans don't believe in that. Okay, they're actually will criticize, mock us because we're not following their religious dogmas. Okay, they're all caught up in the fear, guilt, shame, subservience, blind worship, to surrogate gods, not, little godlets, not the God. There is one God, the Creator God. And that's why when we got a bunch of little godlets saying, I am God, I am Creator, so you must worship me. So this is what we awaken to. We transmute that. And we expose those false creeds. That's what light does. You turn on the light, you see the darkness goes away. So they choose darkness. They choose manipulation behind the scenes. Because what this ascension, the Lyran Starseeds are part of that. There's different Starseeds, yes, but just understand one important fact is that this is Lyran's planet. I'm not saying they took it over. What I'm saying is we are the Lyrans. The humans are the Lyrans. When people talk about Lyrans, there's different races that came out of Lyra, but that was billions of years ago. Now it's the Lyrans who are the feline hominids, which are like cat people. It's not a hybrid, it's a pureblood. They're not mixed with anything. They're just feline, walking, talking beings. Kind of like in the movie Avatar, Kind of like in if you haven't noticed, a lot of the artwork I create is these cat people. Like the image or the thumbnail of this video, I created that. So if you guys are interested in my artwork, check it out. There's a link below to my Etsy shop. It doesn't represent all my work, but there's a good chunk of my art. And I'm always, throughout each month, I try to add some more and add more and add more. Hopefully by the time Christmas comes, I'll have a lot more, like twice as much, I hope. So this is Lyran and Lyran's planet, because we learned about spiritual ascension through this channel is based on the Emerald Order teachings, Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. That's a mouthful, so I just say Emerald Order. And so MCEO, baby, Emerald Order. You could also say Emerald Covenant. It's the Emerald Order who created the Emerald Covenant, but you can call them Emerald Covenant. So this is, you would say, there's a huge symbol of the feline hominids. It's called the Great Sphinx in Egypt. Okay? It's not a cat. It's not a lion. It's a sphinx. A lion is a lion. A sphinx is a hybrid. Part lion, part feline, part humanoid. So that's what the sphinx is. It's a sphinx, not a lion. And you'll have people saying, oh, it was once upon a time all with a cat head. No, it was not. Okay? And you guys don't have to believe me. And I'm not making it up. This is based on the Emerald Order teachings. As a matter of fact, you can see that specific detail in Voyager's books, which is authored by Iyasha Ashiana, Speaker 1 of the Emerald Order teachings. Okay? Now, this isn't her teachings. She's a scribe, a speaker of these guardian teachings. It's all the guardians. It's all our teachings. So, and so this is Sphinx is a representation. Like, hey, look, this is. As a matter of fact, you'll hear the story or the whole details of when they created the Sphinx. It was a race called the Ceres Egyptians. Not just normal Egyptians, they're called the Ceres Egyptians, along with the Syrian Council. Syrian as in Sirius. Some people pronounce it Sirius. I prefer to pronounce it Sirius, and that's okay. Sirius, are you serious? That sounds silly, right? So Sirius A. Okay? That's where you would say the Syrian Council is from. So the Syrian Council is with the Ceres Egyptians and the Hebrews and the regular Egyptians and I believe the Anu Melchizedeks. I know there's one other race who helped, but they helped build the whole Giza plateau, the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, and the Sphinx. And so 111, you guys, there's 111 views. Check it out. You can see that metric. Someone put that in chat, please, so we can all claim that. Machua. So this is significant, you guys. It's a huge statue, or you don't call it a statue, whatever. It's a landmark. It's a landmark, and it's a sphinx. We don't have to argue because you can have your different opinions, but according to the Emerald Order teachings, you'll see in Voyagers 2, it always had a feline body, but a humanoid head. Okay? So now, this was 50,000 plus years ago. There's been plenty of time to have, destruction, to have people manipulate the head. As a matter of fact, who took over Egypt? The Illuminati races, the Pharaoh races. The Pharaohs changed the head from the original Anu. It was an Anunnaki head. So this is when the Anunnaki were nice. There once upon a time, they were friendly, part of the Syrian Council, as a matter of fact. And so it was a mark of, hey, there was the rebellious. Yeah, that's exactly right. There was good Anunnaki, and there was rebellious ones starting. Ones that were called rebels. The rebellion, the Anunnaki rebels. Who were creating war. As a matter of fact, they attacked Mars and destroyed that colony, because there was a colony there. They attacked Earth, and so there was destruction to the pyramid and to the Sphinx, which was later, remember, this is 50,000 plus years ago, but it was rebuilt, remodeled, I guess you could say, 2 times, because there was always warring going on. Don't forget about the flood. Now, the Guardians talk about 3 floods. Religion took the 3 floods into one great flood. Okay? And it wasn't a global flood either. It was an isolated around this Near East, location. That's where the civilization was. That's where the flooding was put. That was intentional. Different races attacked us. The Anunnaki rebellions were Marduk Anunnaki, Enki Anunnaki, Enlil Anunnaki. These are not individuals. They're races. They're different species of Anunnaki. Okay, because one's a Anunnaki plus a Zeta Gray. That's a different kind. That's called Enki Anunnaki. That's what Thoth came out of. I have some interesting information about that. I'm not even sure. Well, Ashiana said it herself. I was watching one of her older workshops. She says Enoch is the same soul essence as Thoth. But that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me because there was a whole workshop about Thoth and Enoch working together. So I'm confused about that. I just wanted to make that remark because I heard it in one of her oldest workshops. One of them, like 1998, 1999. So maybe, that's just a little detail I would like to ask her in person, maybe someday. Anyways, obviously there's different lifetimes. And Thoth, his soul essence, incarnated more than once, obviously, as Trismegistus, as Thoth. But anyways, there's a race. Okay, I told you about the Enki are Anunnaki plus Zeta Grays. That's who Enki Anunnaki are. And as a matter of fact, inside this race, there's a family. It's just like the Earth genetic hybridization. We have different root races. And then there's starseed races combined. Create a unique race. So in one race, you're going to have 7 different sub-races. Not like they're lesser. What I'm saying is they add on to each other and build up the race. Sub-races build the race. So 7 sub-races create a race. But we're taking it the other way. Race, there's the race that's broken down into sub-races, and the sub-races are broken down into families. So it's the same with that Anunnaki race. There was the Enki Anunnaki. There was different root races, and there's different sub-races and different families. There's a family called Lolitan of the Enki Anunnaki, Lolitan. So it's part of the Enki family. Thoth is part of there's a Thothian family line. So Enki, Lolitan is where the Luciferians came out of. Okay? The Lolitan was combined with reptilians. And so when you combine Anunnaki with reptilians, you get Enki Anunnaki. And I meant to say Marduk Anunnaki. So the Marduk Anunnaki are actually Omicron plus Anunnaki. Omicron are the ones who created the dragon moths. Oh, they're the dragon moths who created the Dracon. So you got an Omicron plus an Anunnaki. That's a unique being who's part reptilian and Anunnaki. But the Zeta Gray aliens who connected with the Anunnaki, they're part of the Draconian matrix. They're part of the Seraphim races. So they're coming out of the reptilians. That's what's trippy. That's what's trip you guys. We have the Anunnaki attacking us. We have the reptilians attacking us, and we have hybrids that are part Anunnaki, part reptilian attacking us. And most of those hybrids are on Nibiru. Battlestar Nibiru. There is a Phantom Nibiru, there's a Battlestar Nibiru. So we have this, which is a fake planet. Just like our moon is a fake planet, or a fake moon. It's a vehicle. It moves it's stationed in orbit, but Nibiru moves. So anyways, the third faction would be another faction. There's more than 3 Anunnaki. Is Anunnaki plus, I believe, Odedicron, which are the winged reptilians. So that's who Enlil is. Enlil is part Anunnaki Adedocron. Marduk is part Anunnaki Omicron. Inky, thank you for this hearts holy one. Inky is part Anunnaki and reptilian. Great alien, Zeta. So, they have all different genetics. They have all different appearances. But there's also something coming from Sirius A. They're Syrian Anunnaki. Those ones actually kind of look like us. A little bit. But realize that there's another faction called the Nephilim Anunnaki, which was created on Earth, homies. Thank you for those hearts, holy ones. This is like they're Earthlings. There was a reptilian race created here too, hybrid. They're Earthlings, the Dracos. The Dracos are part reptilians, but they're Earthlings. And so the Nephilim were giants, but they were created on Earth. They were since taken off. They were kicked off our planet. They were sent to Orion, but they ended up being on Nibiru. So, anyways, the Lyran Starseeds are the ones who are being trying to counterbalance all of this fallen angelic activity, right? So, there's different starseeds, you guys, but this is the Lyran planet, so of course there's Lyran Starseeds here. And what is a starseed? They're from another world, and generally speaking, their soul essence incarnates on Earth, and they're here to assist the Earth's and the humanity's spiritual evolution and transformation. Their ascension. We want Earth to ascend, so you need higher consciousness on the Earth to create faster particle spin. The Earth is made of consciousness. The beings and animals and plants, everything is made of consciousness. The starseed aliens are consciousness. So you bring higher consciousness to the Earth body, and it raises the vibration of the frequency. That's how ascension works. It goes through. You have starseeds come in, and they indigo children as well. They raise the consciousness. That doesn't mean all humans are going to raise their consciousness. Maybe under normal circumstances they would, but we're under attack, you guys. These beings hate us, and they want to take over our planet. And their main goal, their main reason, is because we have something very, very precious on this planet, and this is what they want. Okay, it's called the Stargates of Amenti. The Amenti Stargates is what they want, because then they get control of other Stargates. It's a network of Stargates coming out of Earth, and they want these control over these networks of Stargates. There's a couple goals. If they can get access to and take over our Stargates, then they will be able to go through this network of gates to the Orion 8th dimensional gates, which is the end goal. Because if they get those gates, then they can leave our time matrix and go cause chaos in other systems. So thank you for this heart, Leo. So but they also wait, I think I just lost the other idea. What was the other? They want to take the gates, but they also, if they do this, they will be able to have their own little kingdom, because they will be able to stop the traffic from. If you take the gates, you can stop the traffic and have control over the consciousness from coming and going. They, just like the Anu Elohim did way up there at the top, at the 11th dimension. They stopped all the higher guardians coming in for a while, and so because they took over the gates. It's all about the Stargates, you guys. The humans are just in the way. And what are the humans? We're guardians of those gates. We're the guardians who are supposed to be protecting this complex, Stargate complex. And we've already lost some of the gates. We're not doing our job very well. They took over Stargate 4. They took over some of our sun's Stargates. Planets have gates, portals, gates. Suns have portals and gates, natural ones. But the Stargates take you vertical out of this reality. The portals only take you in different time vectors of the dimension that you're in. So stargates take you out of into other dimensions. Portals take you within the dimension that you're in to different time vectors. You can go back to the Roman days, go back to the Atlantis days, Lemurian days, go to the future periods. And it's the same with the Zeta Gray aliens. They know about the time matrix. They know about the stargates and portals. Some of these gates are created through technology. So there's a huge network of natural stargates through planets and suns and such. But there's also a bunch of manufactured gates created by the elder races. Okay? I just want to say, you guys, I'm not going to be smoking probably for a few weeks. I feel inflammation in my body, and I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm just going to be clear of smoking for a while. I'm going to make an exception for the drum circle, though. It's a big drum circle next weekend. So you guys get lit if you want to, and get lit amongst each other. I love you. Bless you. And thank you for being here. And I see some questions. I'll get to those right now. I just want to say, you guys, if any of you want to ask a question, please put the Christos avatar in your message so it becomes highlighted. Thank you all of you for being here. Homies in the house. David Douglas. Thank you, Holy One. Harpreet sign, right? One love. You said it, Holy One. I'm way behind you guys. Looks like I have to go through these. Sheena Kanabar. Steve Lickwark. He's in 5D, apparently. I ordered my iTeraCare Hertz. Wow, David. I know I shipped one a few weeks ago, but it must have been you. It's been a while since I sold one because I don't talk about it as often as I should. But man, I use it every single day. I use it on this inflammation to help it go down. One time I used it too much though. I kept on using it while I'm watching TV. I using it. It was too hot and I got little bumps on, like little blisters from the heat. But you don't have to put it on the high setting. You can put it on a lower setting. There's 3 settings. The second setting should be fine. I like to do the hot one so it goes away faster. And I am 53, so I get issues in my hands, but the wand makes it go away. So there's a link below for the Terahertz wand, and David bought one of these. So thank you guys. This is one way to help yourself and support Christos Avatar. So this is something that Starman introduced me to. So bless Starman, and he used it for himself too. You guys, I would not promote something like this if it didn't work. Okay? Some people, it has cured their conditions. It works excellent on any type of skin conditions. Eczema, it goes away. People have left testimonies. You can see them online. But there's many things. It made my cyst go away quickly. I don't have cyst. That's the only time in my life I've had one, but it went away. It was underneath my left nipple, but this thing shrunk it. It disappeared. Didn't come back. So thank you, David, for that. Eric Bailey. Let me go to the questions real quick. I mean the ones who highlighted their question. Are dragons dark? Frey, are all dragons dark? Thank you for asking, Holy One. Right away I can say no. Realize that there's the 3 flames. The Brenua, they're the primary founders races. There's 3 primary founders, and they're the ones who created all the extraterrestrial races and planets in the lower densities and dimensions. So one of those is the Seraphim. It is the Seraphim who created the reptilians. So there is good reptilians. Okay, not all of them are bad. But just understand that there's some races like the Omicron, the Dracon, the Dracos, the Odedicrons. These beings I've chosen as a race in general. Their race fell, But certainly there is beings like any beings who have gone through host matrices with guardians and fixed their DNA, fixed their consciousness, you could say, because that's what they wanted. They wanted to go back to the light, go back to the, to serving Creator, serving the all, serving the one. So those beings would be guardians. So they're seraphim, guardian, reptilians. And so, but just understand, you guys, when we start talking about the races, Omicron, they chose with their free will to fall, to become dark. Now, is there some positive dragon moths? I'm sure there is. I mean, come on, we're talking about populations of billions, maybe trillions. Because they're not just on one planet, they're several planets, so they could be trillions, right? And generally speaking, the ones messing with us are serving the path of chaos. And if you have a question, so you can't really judge a book by its cover, but check what they're doing, check what they're saying, right? Are they talking about unity consciousness? Are they talking about some hierarchy and control and power and black magic and judgment and, chosen ones? Chosen ones is a huge red flag. But I'm chosen, Anuhazi? What do you mean? There's no such thing as chosen ones. What I'm saying is it's not a real thing. It's not something that the guardians do. The guardians don't create chosen ones. You can't have chosen ones when everyone's, created by Creator, when everyone's part of God, the universal law of one. So the chosen ones is a red flag, and if they put down women, that's another huge red flag. If it's a patriarchy, it's a sexist patriarchy, they put down women. They devalue women. And so check for that. Check for, those are two red flags right there. Are they sexist patriarchies? Are they creating hierarchies like chosen ones and believers only club? And just check for the creed. Look for false creeds in whatever dragon you want to see if it's good or negative. Let me bring that up. Oh, 1 second. I just want to share that real quick because, some of these diagrams are tools for me to help explain certain concepts. And so if you're wondering about some dragon or reptilian, if they're good or not, just check them. Just check for unity, check for false creeds. Where am I? I'm trying to look for this. All right. Let me bring up my diagram. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 second. I gotta set my properties to change with Photoshop. Let me do that. Okay, done. Now I can open it. And it's the same thing with humans. You can check humans. You can check some spiritual teacher, some book that you're reading and you think it's all great, but check for these creeds, which are said to be false creeds by the Emerald Order Guardians, Christos Guardians. So let me switch to that real quick. Is the person or being that you're trying to check anything like this? Do they promote fear or guilt or judgment? This is what religions do. So we know religions are fallen angelic systems. Are they talking about elites? I already talked about this. Are they putting down humans and saying that they're lesser? Let me see. You guys, most of these beings attacking us, no, all of these beings attacking us are lesser than us because fallen angelics are only up to the 11th dimension. And humans are 12th dimensional, 12-strand silicate matrix DNA. That's what it's called, silicate matrix. That's what's awakening in us right now, the silicate matrix. And there's different people with more strands than others. And it's those starseeds and indigos who have more strands than others. It doesn't mean you're better. We're just trying to say that the silicate matrix is waking in humans, and they don't want it to. Okay, the aliens who are attacking us. So, and so at the same time, there's telling us, like Inki Anunnaki, Thoth Anunnaki, Odin, Brahma, Yahweh, Allah, they're saying they created you. It's BS. You're above them. They're attacking us. And so they have been. It's not from yesterday or New Age. It's from tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's from millions of years they've been attacking us. So let me go back to that. It's interesting how they're lower in consciousness and saying they created us and saying that we're sinful, inferior humans. See what I'm saying? It's fallen angelic propaganda. It's their strategies. Now humans are confused. Now humans don't know they don't know unity. They don't know that God is a consciousness, doesn't have a gender, or boy or girl, a goddess, godded, you know? Now we're following occult systems and tarot cards and divination, looking for answers outside instead of inside, instead of inner God. Now we're seeking gods and goddesses, and we're worshiping them, and we're sending our energy to them. Not all of us. So let's look at finish those false creeds. So they saying we're inferior to them, less. It's not true. Let me open that other diagram. This is what humans have. We have 12 strands, 12 chakras, 12 strands, and we're made of 12 different tribes. 1, 2, 3. You're familiar with this name, right? Lemurians. 4, 5 race, the 6th race, 7th race. We're made of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 races. Okay? Anunnaki have only 11 strands. They don't have 12 strands like us, and they're the ones telling us they created us. We're above them. We're in the Elohai family. The Anunnaki are from the Elohai family too. They're coming from the Anu. Anu. We're the Anuhazi. They're the Anu. We're like brothers, sister relations. Not relations, come on. I mean, like, we're like cousins, I guess you could say. But we're in the 12th dimension, and they're in the 11th dimension, our higher soul essence, okay? So, and this dark, wicked consciousness wants sacrifice, either sacrifice animals or humans. Okay? And of course, they're racist, they're materialistic, and they want you to worship them as gods. They're not gods. They're godlets, surrogate gods, not the real God. There's only one God, and God doesn't want you to worship it. God doesn't demand worship. God doesn't demand. God doesn't get angry. These godlets, these false gods giving us false creeds, they're angry. They're following the path of chaos. And they had no problems exploiting plants and animals, and now we're eating plants and animals. Well, we eat fruits, but I'm saying the animals, they're being in horrible conditions. If you can search and find how animals are treated. They're in these look at chickens. They're in this tiny little cage for their entire life, laying eggs until they're made to be cut their heads off, and their bodies are going to be feeding humans. So anyways, this is false creeds. Just wanted to bring that information up to help answer that question. So not all dragons are bad, but most of them are. It's true, you guys. The Omicron are fallen angelics, the Dracon are fallen angelics, the Dracos are fallen angelics, the Odedicron are fallen angelics. Let's look at that on the big diagram. Excuse me. Darn it. Okay. The Guardians are here in the green color. Look how many red ones are. The red ones are the fallen ones. Look how many fallen angels are there. There's a lot. Okay? Most of them are fallen. So that's just a wake-up call, huh? All right, so that was Frey's question. Wait, it was just here. Where did it go? It flew away. What? Banda. Everyone send Christos Golden Rejuvenation. Oh, thank you, Holy One. That was a question. Bless you, Holy One. You're awesome. Please do. I wouldn't mind. Okay, now I can look for normal question, regular questions who didn't highlight. Ceres bird people? No, the bird people didn't. Oh, Ceres. There's generations of Ceres. The higher density, Cerez. That's a seraphim, so they're 10th dimensional. The gold flame seraphim races are 10th dimensional. And so those original bird people are called Ceres, Cerez. Then there's another Ceres, Seres, in the lower dimensions. Connected to the Ceres original, but a different form, in a different planet, a different dimension and density. So, and then those went on to become the Ceres Egyptians, which are Serres. And I know the Pleiadians are part of that race. They became part of that race, just like we became part of the Ceres in our DNA. It is actually a host matrix. You know, several times when the reptilians and Anunnaki put their DNA with ours to mess it up, the Guardians would come back and fix it by bringing a race like the Ceres and help fixing the Lemurians. Plus, Ceres created a healed Lemurian, for example. And that was a time, that's why Atlanteans wanted to murder or wipe out the Lemurians, because they became guardians again and represented the 12-strand silicate matrix again. So they eventually did wipe out the Lemurians, but of course there's survivors. Some are evacuated, some are taken into the inner Earth portals. You don't find inner Earth in Earth. You find the portals that will take you to the inner Earth. So this is yeah. So you could say in one way or another, you could say, oh yeah, the Ceres, but we're trying to be more specific. Ceres Egyptians are one of the times where the Guardians had to fix our DNA, and so there was a hybrid called Ceres, Serres. Yeah, there's like 4 different Ceres, man. Ceres, and then the 4th one. I believe there's a 4th one. I'm not sure, but I know for sure 3. 3 levels of it. So, can you explain the Anuhazi? Oh, Anuhazi. My understanding is that they are angel beings and of the earliest beings. Thank you for asking, Holy Ones. It's tonight's topic. Lyrans at that level, the 12th dimensional level, are called Anuhazi. Most of the internet's calling them Lyran Starseeds, but that's just reference to the soul essence coming into the Earth drama. But the original race is not called Lyran Starseeds. They're called Anuhazi. Okay? So the Anuhazi are the crystal. Oh, 333. 333 views. OMG, do I love that number. Thank you. It's already changed, but it was 333. Thank you. Someone put that in chat. Why not? Yeah, baby. Claim that. Ooh. Mwah. It's like a morsel. Wonderful. So the Anuhazi are 12th dimensional Lyrans. Okay? And it is the Anuhazi. Okay, first of all, the blue flame Elohai created the Anuhazi in the 12th dimension. Remember, the three flames are before planets and ET races. They're the ones who create the planets and ET races. They're in density 5. They start creating ETs and planets in density 4. And the highest one, the original first race, are the Anuhazi. As a matter of fact, you will hear in these teachings a lot about the Anuhazi language. Okay? So that's reference to the first race. The highest race. Wait, I didn't notice that, you guys. Let me say something about that. Frey! Wow, Holy One. Blessings, sister. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting this work. Thank you for caring and exchanging energy with me. Bless you, sister. And I love to see you here all the time. Wonderful to see you. And it's so exciting to see the Christos family grow. And I know Indigo Wizard just told me about Ashiana making a new workshop. I haven't watched it. I had no idea she was coming out public again. I shouldn't speak too early because I don't even know if it's recent video. I haven't seen the date or anything. I don't know if it's a recent video. But ask Indigo about it, and he gave me the link, and I'm going to check it out when I have time. I can't do it right now because, remember, you guys, I was supposed to move. I mean, not supposed to. I wanted to move. I can't move. So now, but since I'm renewing, they're going to come to the house and do an annual inspection. Okay, whatever. So I've been busy just cleaning up the house because I live alone. I haven't cleaned it up in a while. So I work all the freaking time. And my back is tired. Anyways, thank you, Spray. Bless you, sister. And yeah, you could call them angel beings because what happened is the Elohai in the 13th dimension created the Anuhazi in the 12th dimension, and then the Anuhazi created a race that's density 4. Excuse me. So the Anuhazi created a race in density 3, which is dimensions 7, 8, and 9, called the Lyran Syrian Anuhazi. Same family of consciousness, but at a different level, a different planet, a different form. These are described as tall whites. Okay, and so then, and from there, this is our true heritage. We were not created by Anunnaki, which are lower than us, 11th dimensional, and they are fallen angelics. Trying to tell you they created us. They didn't create us. We're related. We're cousins. Because the Elohai created us, and they created the Anu Elohim, called the Anu back then. So the Anuhazi, okay, Elohai, Anuhazi, Lyran Syrian Anuhazi, and they created a race called the Oraphim. I made a video about the Oraphim. They're beautiful feline avians, and a little bit, and different types of that. So imagine a feline being, but with bird features too. Incredible, beautiful beings. And the Azarites are almost like that appearance, but they're blue. They're also Lyran. I mean, they're Lyran, but I mean, they're also feline, avian, but with blue. And those are called angels. So the Oraphim are angels. The Azarites are angels. So, and they created another race. The Oraphim created us. The original human, not this human. I mean, we're a downstep of that original race, the prototype human. The prototype human are angels. We're an angelic race. We're called the angelic human. The race name is called Turanisium. So we have Elohai, Anuhazi, Lyran Syrian Anuhazi, Oraphim, angelic human, Turanisium, and then earthling human, 3D human. That's where we come from. Down the densities, down the dimensions, that is our heritage. Tonight's topic. That's what that Sphinx is, man. Hardcore. There was corruption in ancient Egypt because, and so there was always corruption with the Anunnaki and reptilians. They were always trying to corrupt us. They don't want us to develop into our 12th strand. They don't want us to have our 12th strand. Some of us are still awakening, even with all their technologies and power and influence and control, there's still some of us awakening. What's up, Christos? Thank you for your question, brother. Little Alien, thank you for being here, sister. Little Alien and Indigo Wizard in the house. My moderators are here, you guys. You guys have been here for a while. I just able to say hello. I'm just looking for other questions. Hermes. Yeah, Hermes Trismegistus. You said it, Soul. Thoughts on Gnosticism. Would be interested to know some info there. I haven't studied Gnosticism. Usually, like when I haven't studied something, I go straight to our star sister, Lisa Renee. Let me... Its website's called Ascension Glossary. I just want to check for you real quick. Because I haven't studied Gnosticism. She has something called Seeing Gnosticism. Oh, she talks about the authentic. As soon as she says authentic Gnosticism, that means there's some not authentic, right? Since the Luciferian covenant was made on the earth, there's been an ongoing battle for this knowledge, in which the true ancient wisdom keepers were consistently hunted down and massacred. You guys, this has happened, and Oceana talks about it in several workshops. Every time the guardians would come down and teach the... Actually, you know, the actual teachings are in holographic disc records. So when you come and teach from those records, ancient records, you're taught and trained literally, physically, and probably remotely as well by these guardians. And you had an Emerald Covenant mission to come and speak this information. And so it could be oral translations of the Emerald Order teachings, or it could be speaking contracts. Like Ashiana Dean, she has a speaking contract. She can, but Thoth was once part of the Emerald Order. He had an Emerald Covenant contract. More than once upon a time. He wasn't supposed to speak it. No, wait. I got it backwards. He wasn't supposed to write anything. He wasn't supposed to write it down. He was supposed to speak it. So if you're there and he's speaking it to you, then and you got it or you didn't get it. You know, it's not like they had video recorders back in ancient Egypt, right? Or maybe they did. Maybe I take that back because they had advanced technology, so maybe they did. But he went ahead anyways. When he betrayed the Emerald Covenant, he went ahead and started writing his own teachings. So anyways, yeah, that was... I was Gnosticism. Okay, let me see. A major timeline trigger event began with the Celtic invasions 9,500 years ago, when the negative alien alliance, negative alien agenda, and Illuminati groups attempted to create a super race of genetic elites. It's going off track. I can't find it exactly for you. I know if you go to Ascension Glossary, you might find more information. And sometimes what I also do, if I don't know it, I look into the PDFs real quick. I do a keyword search for that. Let me do that. Let me try Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2. Wait. Because there could be something with fallen angels in those books. And I have a feeling it's probably just ancient New Age back. Oh, there is no results for that in Voyagers 2. Let me try and shorten the word Gnost. Gnost. Wait. Gnosis. There's 3 results for Gnosis. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't answer all questions. I would have to go and find out some information about Gnosticism. Let me do that then. Then you know, just like I explained, you guys can check anything if it's unity based or has it got the false creeds in it. Is there false creeds in Gnosticism? Let's check. I could use, what is Gnosticism? A complex religious. There's a first bad keyword. The first religious and philosophical movement that emerged in the early centuries of Common Era. It encompasses various beliefs and practices, but is generally characterized by the ideas of gnosis, which is Greek for knowledge or insight. Oh, it has dualism. They believe in radical dualism with the material world. Oh, which is seen as evil or flawed, and the spiritual world, which is seen as good or perfect. You guys, we're about unity, not dualism. We don't want to stay in, what do you call? To be polarized. We don't want to be polarized. If that's what it's saying, but it's teaching you dualism, apparently. So we teach unity. That dualism is the opposite of unity. Salvation, interesting, through knowledge. Gnostics believe that salvation, you guys, we don't need a savior. We don't need salvation. We have a direct connection to God. We are God. We're part of the consciousness of God. This is what unity is, the sacred law of one. It comes not through faith or good works alone, but you have to have faith and good works apparently, but through a secret knowledge. Secret, why is it secret? Gnosis, secret knowledge. You guys, why have secret knowledge unless there's not some control system behind it? The Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, they're secret societies. Why? Ask that question. Mythology. Gnostic beliefs often involve elaborate mythological narratives about the origins of the universe. I wonder what they're saying about the origins of the universe. The nature of the divine. Oh, where did the divine come from, right? I'm sure they have some opinion about it. Or the plight of the human soul. The plight. They're imposing some plight on the human beings. Or maybe they're just meaning a plight as in we're suffering or something, like the Buddha says we're suffering. These myths frequently involve a divine figure or aeon who descends to awaken humanity. Okay, that sounds like a Messiah, a savior. So according to this available information online, I would say Gnosticism in general would be a distortion. And I once again, I checked the Guardian materials. I didn't see any references to Gnosticism. So keep that in mind. I didn't find anything in the Emerald Order teachings. But I just went ahead and checked it based on unity and based on the false creeds. And there we go. You may not be satisfied with the answer, but hey, you asked me, so I gave you an answer based on that point of view. Bless you, Holy One. Thank you for asking. Wait. And actually, I could do one of those. I have never done this before. Questions and answers. Start questions and answers. What? It wants me to say something. To do Q&A. I don't know what Q&A is then. Why are they doing this stupid thing? Yeah, let me see if there's more highlighted. You guys, once again, if you highlight your question, all you have to do is put Christos avatar inside of it, inside your message, and then it highlights and I can see it easy. Otherwise, I have to scroll through all these probably hundreds of messages, right? So I'm back at the bottom. Daniel B. Sorry, sister. Daphne B. in the house. What's up? I shall prevail. Ingenious virtue. Starfam. Gen X healing. Is Celine gone? Oh, I think she wasn't feeling you guys. I know I got a message from Celine, and she said she would miss. So, but she's just missing, a little while. She's healing. Bless Celine. Send Celine some positive vibes. She's here. Please forgive me. I just don't see her on the messages. Via Xavier. Sorry if I butchered your name. Star Nove. They're almost very close to our window, me and my daughter. I missed the conversation. So, yeah, you guys, the Lyran Starseeds are a big deal for the human race. Maybe you're connected to Pleiadian Starseeds. That's fine. The Pleiadians, not all of them, but the ones, the general main ones from Alcyon, they're our friends. And so are the Arcturans. They're our friends. What I mean is they've helped us in times of need. They're our homies. Pleiadians are our homies, and the Arcturans, and but some people are connected to Orion Starseeds, the Mintonkan Starseeds, or a lot of people nowadays are associating with dragons, reptilians. Just know that we're being attacked by dragons, reptilians. Okay? So I would say take it with a grain of salt, or just have some discernment of what you're dealing with. Because a lot of people are interacting with these spiritual beings through Ouija boards, through channeling, they're invocating spirits, they're learning how to do blood sigils. So a lot of that is in Wicca, witchcraft. I mean, people are worshiping Celtic gods, Viking, Norse gods, Egyptian gods. Man, you are working with gods which are not the God. They are godlets claiming to be the creator God, right? Is not Yahweh claiming to be creator? Is not Odin claiming to be creator? Yes or no? Is not Allah claiming to be creator? These are all lesser beings, either in 11th dimension or 10th dimension or 9th dimension. These beings are claiming to be your gods. Even beings from the density 2 are claiming to be your gods. And they will have self-proclaimed archangels saying, worship me, follow me, I will give you your Christ consciousness, I will give you your spiritual mastery, just follow the violet flame, just follow the Inky Anunnaki, just follow this or that. You guys, you don't worship. Guardians don't worship anything. Because that's a fallen angelic system. Worshipping is fallen angelic systems. If your magic systems are involved with gods, if you're following these pagan gods, it doesn't matter if they're pagan. We're just saying these pantheon of gods. As I should be coming out with a short video tomorrow on the pantheon of gods. These are ETs. They're not gods. They're extraterrestrials. Then you'll have the religious Bible preaching judgmental people saying, "Oh, those are demons. Those are fallen angels. You got it backwards. Demons and fallen angels are ETs." Okay? And most of the things in religion and New Age are backwards. They don't know what is these gods. They claim it to be the holy creator God. It's unholy. It's murdering children. It's murdering genocide entire races. Brahma, Allah, all these beings. You got Hindu gods cutting off human heads and eating them. But they're being worshipped. You see what I'm saying? People have no discernment. And people will fight you and argue with you and try to, threaten you, be aggressive with you because you're attacking their gods. And they do it in the name of their God. They will kill someone in the name of their God. A religious person, Christians even, they've been known to say they will kill you in the name of God. Their wars and the kings and queens, they kill and murder and slaughter in the name of God. They will crucify you on a cross in the name of their God. There is some dark, twisted things going on with these gods. These gods don't act any more better than humans do. They're much worse than humans. Degradation, anger. You think you're angry, man, this Jehovah is burning angry. You can't compare it to Jehovah's angry. You may go murder someone. Well, Jehovah will wipe out an entire race and call it judgment. Call it God's will. So people have no discernment in Wicca, witchcraft, worshiping gods. They're not gods. There's God, and then there's a bunch of gods calling themselves God. What's up? Are you confused? Did you not notice at all that there's dark properties in the characteristics and the actions of these beings? But you swallow it, you take it in, and justify it. God punished those races. God doesn't punish, man. Back up. God doesn't get angry. God doesn't judge. It's equality, because all are God. Unity. Religious people cannot stand that. They will attack me. And first of all, they'll say I'm making stuff up. I'm not. It's the Emerald Order teachings. A huge volume, not just Voyagers. It's not limited to the Voyagers books, man. There is a lifetime of spiritual knowledge coming from the Emerald Order teachings, and it is the Emerald Order teachings talking about these fallen angels. Don't believe me? Read it. Little Alien or Indigo Wizard will share the links. One of you, please, if you haven't already, please share the links to the Voyagers books, both of them. And then you guys can read if you want to and study and check if you resonate with these teachings. Maybe you'll be like me. I came out of religion before I even found Christos teachings. I just inside, in my gut, in my spirit, in my energy, I knew something's wrong. Excuse me. Remember, I came from a Christian family. I was raised in Christian churches and Christian private schools. I can speak from experience. Machiwa. And I don't judge if you're Christian. I don't have any problems with my family. Whatever they believe, that's their free will. It's cool because my dad, he was hardcore in religion. He was like even teaching in, what do you call, the young kids. He was teaching Bible study to the young kids in his church. My dad woke up on his own. He realized it was BS. I had a very interesting conversation with my dad one day. Like, that was when I would smoke with him, kick back and smoke with my dad. And we go into these deep topics, And it's interesting how God always came up. So my dad started talking about, he started giving his doubts about the Bible. He started talking about the doubts about this God. And he started telling me this story, which is true, because that's what I'm talking about now. He started talking about, God wiped out all those people and killed them, and he killed men, women, and children, and the animals. And my dad, that was one of the things that woke my dad up. So you either get it, you either feel, or you don't. You're a starseed. You don't remember everything, but you feel, man, when something is dark. You feel that, hey, that's being worshipped all over the world, but it is a 3,000-year-old book, the Old Testament, right, or older, and so there is something that Ashiana talks about herself, man. She talks about it herself, and it's in the workshops. She talks about the Council of Nicaea. And then I made videos about the Council of Nicaea, and everybody has their, they think they're so knowledgeable about this. Oh, the Council of Nicaea was about just deciding on the divinity of Jesus and about planning for the date of Easter. You guys, it was Illuminati races. being punked, being led by the ET races under that Council of Nicaea. That changed the original Jeshua teachings. You learn in your religion about Jesus. It was Jesus who first wrote about the teachings. He wasn't just some character in it that got murdered, tortured and, mutilated. You can imagine when someone gets beat up. Well, Jesus was freaking hit with cat of nine tails. He had flesh, not the true Jesus. The false Jesus was. This is your Jesus in the Bible who was mutilated and sacrificed and nailed to a cross. Your Jeshua, the true Jeshua, is the one who wrote the original teachings that were changed in the Council of Nicaea. Is it hard to understand? There was original teachings written by the guardian speakers. Ashana was there. The guardian speakers wrote these. Remember, they always come in threes. Three speakers. And so Jeshua was writing the teachings himself. And so was John the Baptist, and so was Jeshua's half-sister Miriam. These three guardians of the Emerald Covenant wrote the original teachings. Now, the Council of Nicaea took a lot of that, but they also took a lot of other stuff. They took Egyptian mythology. They took some of the, different mythologies that were in that day, and with the guardian teachings, and started creating all kinds of stuff. So some of it was half-truths. Some of it, they left truth in there. But, twisted it, the main teachings. Like now there's a sacrificed, mutilated Son of God that you must worship and believe in, or you're going to be cast to the lake of fire. What the F, man? See? So Jesus wrote these sacred teachings himself. He's not just a character in the Bible. And the guardians call him Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek. He's an avatar indigo child type 1 from the 12th dimension. Where these Lyrans come from. Hey, maybe he was Lyran, homie. What's up? Cat being. You can't accept that. Jesus, no cat being. What are you saying? He's a 12-strand avatar, and the Christos Lyran Starseeds are coming from the 12th dimension. Oh, man, gee! 111 concurrent viewers, and the chat rate is 11. 11111. And there's 111 people. Someone put 5 ones in chat. I'm not high. Okay? I'm not reading a script. I'm not pausing. I'm not stuttering. This is a flow. A flow. A spirit. At the beginning, I always say a transmission of spirit. Feels good. Yeah. So. Activate your Christos silicate matrix, homies. Yeah, that's right. You said it. Thank you guys for that. I would love to get lit with you, but I can't. I'm not. I feel the inflammation right now. It's light, but still. And I can't use this on high right now. I already did it on high, and now there's one little blister from the heat, so I got to turn it down on medium. Lift up your shirt. I feel it right here. This is the main part, but I also feel it along here, and sometimes on my arm, around my armpit area. You need to take off your clothes, your shirt. So you guys get lit if you want, and I just want to say, you guys, if you like this video, if you like this work, you guys, please support Christos Avatar. Help your brother Anuhazi out. I pay my bills from your support, which is done with your free will. And thank you so much for those who are supporting this work. You can support this work by doing a donation right now, live on chat. There's a little $ you can see, you click. I also put the link. I pinned it. There's a donation link. I pinned that. That's going to PayPal though. You can also support this work by visiting my Etsy shop where I sell my artwork and my crystals. There's a few crystals there. And you can also become a member. And that's another way to support the work and get something in return. You know, where you're getting something in return. What I'm saying is you get more. So, and I recommend joining the Emerald Order tier. There's like 5 tiers. And join the Emerald Order tier. It's in the middle. Because that one, you get a bunch of articles that come with your membership. So thank you for supporting Christos Avatar, you guys. Much respect to you. I don't get paid by a boss or a company. This is an exchange of energy by you guys. This is how I sustain this work. This is how I can do it full time for you. Make these videos, make the articles, make all of this. You know, so thank you for that. Just want to say that. Yeah. So this is Lyran Starseeds are here to help us. Okay, we're the Lyran Starseeds. Your soul essence came up from way up there, came into the human drama, and incarnated as a baby, grew up, and now you're in the world amongst the humans, looking like the humans. And so, you know, you wake up or you don't, but hopefully you wake up and then you can help the earth. Some people are doing grid work. You can help the humans awaken. You can teach people or just have conversations with people about unity consciousness. Teach someone unity. Someone you love, someone you care about. Your neighbors, your friends, your family. Free White Dove! Fan! Yes, my Chihuahua Holy One. I would say family to you. Thank you, family. Thank you, Free White Dove. Much respect, sister. My Chihuahua. I did get lit at my dad's friend's house. Monster Quinn? Yeah. My dad's really cool, and my mom, she's a Christian, but she's taken these little gummies because it helps her with her pain, or no, it helps them sleep. And she would get high, but you would say she didn't like it. Some people don't like any of that stimulation. It makes them feel, because they're not used to altering their consciousness. So when it happens, they get scared. It's doing something they're not used to. The Nikki Colombo Show became a member. Thank you, Nikki Colombo Show. Much love, much respect. Sending lots of love and big hugs, she said. Thank you, Star Sister. Thank you for supporting this work. Machiwa! Sunset Dreams, MCEO, Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. So, stamp. This is the Guardians who are here. Okay, a lot of you are part of the Guardian Alliance. It's an Emerald Covenant Guardian group. That's the one that we work with the closest. Because the higher groups, there's one called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, IAFW. They're higher in the higher densities. And there's also a higher group called the Azurite Templar Security Team. I might have said it wrong, but they're the security team at the higher levels. And so we got some heavy hitters on the Guardian side. Remember, the negative beings only go up to dimension 11. That's their highest capacity. While not only do the humans themselves get to dimension 12, well, there's also 24 strand beings. Those are called double diamond sun DNA. And then there's Emerald Sun DNA up to 36 strand and 48 strand DNA. Let me show you that real quick, but let me say thank you again to, wait, I think, right? Oh, I made a mistake? Yeah, okay. Let me bring up this other diagram. Just to give you a visual, right? And I'll show you where some of the Lyrans are. So these are just a comparison, just to get an idea. The DNA comparisons, because at the bottom is where we are on Earth, and we had before us 73,000 years ago where the Lemurians started coming in with 2-strand. They had to build the second strand. See the blank ones? They don't have that in their template. They only have 2 strands. So you come in and live 12 lives here, 12 lives throughout different periods of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When you get 12 substrands, 12 lifetimes, you will create a full strand. The Lemurians created the full second strand. The Atlanteans' purpose, which is another root race, has sub-races and families, they created the 3rd strand. See, the Lemurians don't have it, because later the Atlanteans came and created it. And then after the Atlanteans came, we came. And we're trying to create the 4th strand, but most humans are not getting it. It's only halfway through, or not even that. Some people are only like up to here. They haven't finished the 3rd strand. Some people haven't finished the 4th strand either. So that's just what we're currently in. In the future, there will be a race trying to create the 5th strand and then the 6th strand. Okay? So those are future races after we're gone. The whole purpose of this project is to create the 6 strands, and they will connect to the Earthseed races and to what I showed earlier. Wait. Did I close that window? I must have closed that window for some reason. So once you get all the Earthseed strands, which is 6, up to 6, then you get and receive all of the Starseed strands, and then you become this 12-strand being. But as you can see, it takes a long period of time. I mean, come on, this is started 73,000 years ago. Actually, way before that. I have another diagram. Let me pull that one up. Yeah, it was 73,000 years ago, but this is our current one. This is called a time cycle. I mentioned that earlier. A time cycle is an Earth cycle that's 26,556 years. Now, since Tara is twice the particle speed of Earth, there's twice as many years in it. But we're referencing what happened in what's going on in Earth. So Earth will go through this period all the way through 26,000 year period. And it gets to the end, and then it starts a new one. Okay? Well, here's the previous ones that were before this one. Here's a previous 26,000 year period, and where the Melchizedek starseeds started coming in. And then there's a previous cycle before that. And that's where we first started coming in. We come in pairs. We come with our starseed race that helps us. The Brennewa helped the Atlantean Earthseeds. The Ur-Antrians helped the Lemurians. The Hibiru helped the Aryans. Okay? So we get the DNA from the starseeds that's what I was showing you in the other diagram. You will get these 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's broken down in the Voyager's book. They will tell you all the details of these periods of time, and then also tell you when the fallen angelics were messing with us during this time, how they took over the Atlantean priestcraft, the Illuminati races and the fallen angelic Anunnaki races and reptilian races. Man, so they've always been attacking us. They wiped out Lemuria. Eventually, they wiped out themselves. You know, Atlantis disappeared too. And so then now here we are, to 65,000 years to now, present. After we're gone, there's going to be a race called the Mavarians. After they're gone, the race called the Unchechi. Oops, sorry. Darn it. Unchechi. Okay, that will be on Tara. So they're coming with and actually the people who are called the 144,000, they're these beings who have 6 strand. So if you're one of those people who have an active third eye, no problem. Well, you could be one of the 144,000 connected to this race, which is these are future race beings coming to the 3D Earth, right? This is why the planet Earth raises in the frequency, because you have some of these beings here, you have some of the fifth dimensional 5D beings here, and you have some 4D beings here. Their soul essence makes a soul contract. It's called a Palladorian birthing contract, and they come into the Earth system. We got permission to come here. Okay, started with the Lemurians and Atlanteans. So, all right, so I just want to say that real quick. Monster Quinn, thank you, Star Sister. My name's Anahazi now, but I will respond to Thavian too. Thank you, Star Sister. You're awesome. Are you in Canada? I didn't know that. That's what CA means, right? Bless you. Thank you so much, sister. Actually, 2 times, right? Wait. Yeah. I don't know if you intended to do that. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. And also, Nikki became a member. Oh, I think I already said that, right? Yeah. All right, you guys. Many blessings. Omnicristos love, Stardust Goddess. Omnicristos love. Stephen, ask a question. How come people like Billy Carson talks so much about the Anunnaki and read every book or have knowledge about everything? Know everyone, but not and never heard of Ashiana inner work. He makes no sense. Well, that tells you what he's serving. Okay? With his own free will. He is serving, excuse me, he says it himself. He talks about Thoth, which we know from the Guardian information as a fallen angelic who's done horrible atrocities to our humans, who's betrayed the Emerald Covenant, even stolen one of the holographic disc records, and so we got it back, but it was missing for a long time. Actually, there was 2 that were missing for a while, but we got them back. The last one we got back around 1999, I believe. So it just means that he's not interested in unity. He's not interested, Billy Carson. He's not interested in the Christos Guardians. Maybe legitimately he has never heard of it. I doubt that. I'm sure he's heard some of the information from the Emerald Order. I mean, come on. Thoth's Emerald Covenant only existed because he was once part of the Emerald Order. And these Emerald tablets of Thoth are actually, what's really interesting, because I hear Ashiana talking about Thoth a lot, and she talks about his writings, the Thothian writings. I have a feeling that, I can't say for sure, but I believe that there's some guy called Dorian, or Dr. something, who created the translations of the Emerald Tablets. Man, this could be a total fabrication and not the original Thothian writings. Because the Thothian writings were designed for the originally the Atlantean Illuminati. Okay? So, and Thoth wasn't always the one that's the most powerful. Remember, he came incarnated as a human. He was actually imprisoned by the Illuminati before. When he was working for the Emerald Covenant, he was imprisoned before. But because of a lot of political things happening with all the different Anunnaki races, he succumbed. He fell into it. He was a very highly respected being by the Guardians, but he betrayed us more than once. So, because we know that if it's true that he was also Enoch betrayed us as well. So Thoth did betray us more than once. And people follow this information, you guys. I know, because I was once in New Age. I was practicing this crap. I didn't know better. And think about it. If you're Indigo Child, if you're a Starseed, and you start to freaking experience psychic paranormal stuff, You start searching for things like to answer your questions. And maybe you never heard of Asciana, but you heard about magic systems, and that sounds like it makes sense to you. You learn about Thoth, that makes sense. You go into secret society type of stuff, into secret, teachings. That's, I was getting into Enochian magic, which we know is fallen angelic magic. I was making the sigils. I was making the not a blood sigil, but these demons or fallen angels. They weren't calling themselves demons. They were calling themselves angels. These in the Enochian system. It's all about angel magic. It's fallen angel magic, and they teach you how to write things in Hebrew letters, and to make sigils in Hebrew letters, to do angel names in Hebrew letters, and to make that part of your ritual. So I was all into that because I didn't know better. A lot of the New Agers don't know better. Okay? I fortunately got out. One of the last things I did was somebody was attacking me through magic and through, so I attacked them back. And, my life was hell back then. I went through hell. Well, what do I expect? I had some serious karma issues because of all that dark shit. Who knows what I got involved with? When I went to Vegas, I was hanging out with a bunch of spiritual people all into this shit. Excuse my language. A lot of people were into this gods and goddesses and representing Thoth, representing these gods, different gods, whatever your flavor. Celtic god, Druid, all these different, like right now I'm doing a video on some of these gods. Just a quick short. Tomorrow should be done. Well, I don't know tomorrow, but I have to completely do this whole house, for the inspection. But anyways, yeah, I suffered, you guys, and I didn't find any answers to my deepest questions anyways. You're all into some occult information. It's all secret. And you look at a lot of these books, it doesn't even teach you exactly what you want to know. It's all written in some mysterious writing. Like you have to guess. Like you have to figure it out. And I have a feeling, since our brother brought it up, Gnosticism, it's the same thing as all these people going in the Freemasons. You got to go through all these degrees. You got to go through all these secrets, all these mysteries. What the F? No, you don't. You got the Guardians coming and telling us straight up what the freaking actual forbidden history is. We didn't just come from Sumeria. Do you want to know what Sumeria actually is? It's an Anunnaki race. They were hardcore, Sumerians were hardcore, wrapped up in the bloodlines of the Anunnaki. Why did you think they started worshiping the Anunnaki? And I learned that from my teacher, Asciana Dean, Iyasha Asciana, from one of her workshops. I recommend that you guys check out these workshops, because we need to start activating your silicate matrix, your 12 strands, your Christos DNA. Thank you, Monster Quinn. Yeah, I can't memorize everybody's names, but bless you. Thank you, sister. Monster Quinn, are some celebrities part of fallen angelics? For sure. I mean, look at it. These people are making clones and they're making deals with the Illuminati. They're in tight with the Illuminati. That's how they get their power, from the Illuminati. What kind of power is it? Okay, when you're killing people, look at this rapper who just got busted, or he's in trouble, or it's old news now. P. Diddy. Wow, it comes out that he's into sex slavery. He's into a business of peddling sex and, Okay, if it's sex slavery, that means these prisoners are held somewhere and they're being used and violated without their permission. They get power from these fallen angelic systems. They get power from dark, twisted stuff, man. They're into, doing horrible things to kids. The whole thing about pizza and, the gate, all the things that have been discovered underground, under the White House, under those islands, Jeffrey's Island, all these different horrible secrets coming up. Of course they're involved. Of course Hollywood, what is all that about? You start learning about these systems. You start learning about 666. You start learning about what they worship and what they're into. They're into Satanism. They're into Luciferianism. They're into blood sacrifice. They're into power, gaining power, having power over us. Gangster mentality, criminal mind activity, elitist mentality, hierarchy. I am better than you. I dominate you. You piss me off, I'm gonna take you out. This mentality. Yes. How do you think they get their billions? How do you think they get their fame? Is there some legitimate famous people? Sure. But these people are getting into Hollywood because they were brought in. They were allowed to come in because they made an agreement. Look at what they serve. Look at how they dress up as. Let me show you something to help you really sink in what these beings are serving. I don't know if I should show this, but it's public. It's these pictures are public. Let me find it first. I don't have it? Oh my gosh, I thought I had this picture. I wonder why I don't have it. Maybe I'm not supposed to show it to you. It was a picture that showed many different celebrities dressing up as Satan, having a completely satanic red outfit. People know, I mean, these celebrities, and you know which ones I'm talking about. Beyonce dressed up as Satan. What's that one that did the E.T. song? What's her name? I don't know all their freaking names. I know, Rihanna dressed up as Satan at the Super Bowl. They're all showing what they serve. They do their one closed eye. Even Robin Williams did the closed eye. They're all, if they have one eye closed, then they're in the club. They wear the satanic rituals in music videos and characters because they're in the club. I think you can answer your own question. Everyone can see how obvious it is that these people do their Illuminati signs. They do their secret signs. They're not secret anymore. We know their signs. You're not going to know all of them, but you can't keep a secret from light. Light will shine eventually. Truth will come out. Truth is coming out. Some people are awakening, some people are not. Helena, Anohazi, missed you too, Soul Family. Thank you, Helena. Machiwa. Hollywood, weird. You said it, Holy One. Yes, Indigo Wizard said it. We transmute this. We come here to transmute, to clean up the shadow, to clean up the chaos, to clean up the phantom. All of these false creeds, we talk about them. We talk about the fear and the guilt and the shame and the blind worship and the devaluing of women. Women are put down here. No. They're equal. They're part of a whole. All these male chauvinist, sexist people, men, you were born from a woman. You couldn't exist without the woman, but you put the woman down. So, no, we transmute that. We clean that in our consciousness, in our own consciousness. We clean it in the world. I mean, we bring it as a choice. We're not saviors. We're here to make a change, though, and offer, hey, look, now you do have an option. You don't have to go the religion route. You can let that go. It was in my life. I had to let it go. I still love my family, and I still go visit them on their religious holidays. Not all of them, but, I will do it for Christmas because even though that's a fake holiday too, okay? Because of the kids. And one of my nieces is an indigo child. She doesn't know all this stuff. She's 8 years old and practicing Egyptian I'm going to say black magic. She's a kid and she's got an Egyptian magic book. Anyways, she's interested in crazy stuff like that. I know she's an indigo child. Okay? That's the whole thing about the occult and all these Wicca and tarot, astrology. All this shit is programming you from a little age. A young person interested in this stuff, you're going to get into they're entangled in the fallen angelic systems. You're going to be serving and giving energy to godlets. You're not serving the true creator God. There's only one creator God, but you're worshiping Odin and Thor. Our kids are getting Norse gods in movies. Is not Thor in Marvel Heroes? Isn't Wonder Woman a goddess in Rome and Greece? Okay? You're worshiping these fallen angelic beings. They're not gods. They are ETs, malevolent ETs following the path of chaos. The Guardians call them fallen angels. We talk about the path of order. All are God, all are equal. No, they're against that. We're God. You worship us and give us your energy. Give us your obedience and subservience. Give us your worship. Give us your money to the church. See? It's a vampiric system, a taking system, a judgmental system, an angry system. And they don't just say anger, they say burning anger. Because I will have all kinds of judgmental religious people writing. And let me get this. These beings are vampires. And this is some of the notes I made to other people. Like I keep a record of the things that I reply to. These beings are vampires. They follow the path of chaos, the path of torture, sacrifice, death, domination, destruction, wrath, burning anger. And this is not my personal ideas. This is not my own personal spin on things. This information has come from the Emerald Order teachings, also called the innerchristos law of one. And they're the ones who bring us fear, guilt. It is the Anu Melchizedeks who took the original teachings of Jesus, Jeshua, Sananda, Miriam, and John the Baptist, and the Emerald Order teachings, and they twisted it into a patriarchy. Okay? And in this patriarchy, now you got fear. Now you got devaluing women. Now, it wasn't in there before. Jesus, Jeshua, was teaching us ascension, homies. John the Baptist was writing about the well, there was different books made, and I think John was murdered. He didn't get to finish his books, but Miriam wrote some books. She wrote 3 books, and they even talk about when Thoth was working the Emerald Covenant in Enoch. He wrote a book about the dragon, reptilians. In culture, in movies, in comic books, in video games, you talk about, hello, Game of Thrones. You talk about dragons, you're making a reference to reptilian extraterrestrials. Hey, I worship dragon. Not worship, I mean, I love dragons. I used to channel. I used to channel all kinds of beings. This is how I can talk with conviction. This is how I can say something about the occult and magic systems and, I had no clue how to heal my body. I had no clue how to heal my arrogance, my own battle with anger. My dad was one of those people who would try to run people off the road, man. Not run them off the road. No, he did say that one time. But he got a flat tire when he did it. Because this guy pulled out his gun and he said he saw a demon come in this guy's face. My dad's an indigo child. He doesn't know what an indigo child is. You can see a reptilian in somebody's face show up. What you're seeing is through your fourth. My dad is got higher chakra. He just doesn't know what a chakra is, right? You have your higher activations. You can see a person's, we talk about hybrids. You can see a hybrid. It could be just for a moment. You'll see reptilian eyes, for example. You can see a group, like you go to these New Age conferences. I used to go to them, man. You go to a New Age conference, you can see moth people inside someone's fields, which is with those dragon moths. You'll see a beetle people, which is a necromaton. And so they walk amongst us, you guys. So, yeah, I have an old channel called Spiritual Magical CK, because the magicians spell magic with a K, because Oliver Crowley, what's his name? Aleister Crowley spelled it with a K. Machua. I had no idea what the F I was getting myself into. All I know is people were cursing me and I was cursing them back and all this. I dealt with some serious karma. Look, you guys, I became homeless. Okay? I had to lose everything. I am very thankful for that. I'm still rebuilding myself. After 3 years, 3 years ago, I was homeless. So I'm still rebuilding myself. But that's okay with me. I had to experience lack. Before, I was a playboy. I was going to different countries, dating hot, sexy chicks. You don't believe me? I'll show you. I mean, you're a mature audience, right? You can handle it, right? Let me see. Unless you guys don't want to see it, I don't have to show you, but I lived a whole different person. I was a totally different person I wouldn't recognize. I wouldn't want to hang out with myself like that. I don't hang out with people like this. I literally would go. I was trying to find the most beautiful woman to be my wife. I was so superficial, man. I'm not saying it's wrong to have a beautiful wife. Shit. I'm saying when I'm dating models, literally, I was dating models in Ukraine. And Russian girls are very beautiful. Let me see. I have an assassin's photo shoot, a beach photo shoot, a business photo shoot. casual, a business photo shoot near the beach, a business with shirts, t-shirts, or not shirts, regular shirts, a business photo shoot with Elena, a business photo shoot at the cafe, a business photo shoot as a cowboy. No, I didn't mean to say business. I mean a photo shoot as a cowboy, a photo shoot on a date, a photo shoot fashion in a studio, a photo shoot in sweaters, a photo shoot with a horse, a photo shoot with huskies. I was superficial. This was my world. Let me see. I'll just show you like 2 or 3 photos. If I can find something. There's like hundreds, thousands. I have thousands of photo shoots, man. I mean, pictures from the photo shoots. And actually, a few of these girls were my girlfriends. And she had no problem doing a photo shoot with me. I'm just trying to show a point, that's all. We can, see a lot of the people we used to hang out with, and you go back and look at their social media, and you see they haven't changed. They haven't changed nothing. I'm like, what the shit? They're still doing the same thing, I don't know, what? So this is one photo shoot. This is an example of your brother Anahazi when I was just a playboy. I just liked girls, man. And so I became a model to be close to girls. You see, it's disgusting. I mean, but this is just... Let me find a different theme. Not the horse one, but how about the cowboy one? I was a cowboy, man. This is the cowboy photo shoot. If I can find a good picture. I'm so like... I was a cowboy. This girl actually worked for me. I had set up my business in Ukraine. So I had friends in Ukraine. I think this is just a cowboy shoot. I was also, let me see. Let me show one with a guy. It was a business one, a business photo shoot. This guy was a professional model. He was like in billboards and shit in Ukraine, in Odessa, Ukraine. If I can find a shot. Because, yeah, it's hard for me to find a shot that I want to show, but there's so many, man. Freak. Yeah, we would try to, I was trying to do also, you can sell your photos on some of these databases. I can't find the photos. I'll just show it anyways. I don't know. This actually isn't a good photo. I just couldn't see it. I couldn't see the image very well. Some of this is not very good. Like, I didn't do the Photoshop, not the Photoshop, but the lighting or whatever. But yeah, man, I'll just show one more just for the hell of it. The cafe is cool. This was a cool girl. She was a professional too, but not like the other one was. But she was a cool model. I mean, she was cool to work with. I mean, I think I've shown this already, but it was at a cool cafe in Odessa. That's not the shot. But anyways, I don't need to do this anymore. I just want to show it. But we go through our life. We're brainwashed into certain things, and I pursued money.
and girls. Like I wanted both. I had a business, and I was looking for my wife, man. They call it, mail order bride. And I took it seriously though. I really wanted to find one, my love. But she had to be beautiful. Shit. And there was one girl who almost became my bride. I had to like bring her over, but something happened. I tested her, and a lot of these girls are just working for an agency to earn money by chatting with guys and stuff. And I found all that stuff when I actually went there and started living there. I lived there for a few years in Ukraine. Ukraine's not the same. This is in 2024. I was talking about 2008. But I did find a girl I loved, and we were together for a year and a half. And she became a good, dear friend. She actually worked with me for a while. Like I still needed employees, and she helped me. And she has a family and kids. But yeah, we go through all these experiences. And it was so interesting because I was asking some of my Russian friends, hey, do you know anyone who's into spirituality, or some woman or man or someone I could learn from or talk to? Because I was starting to get into it then. Because when we would have parties and stuff, we would get high. But when I would smoke, I started to become empathic. I didn't know what the F that was. That scared the hell out of me. Because I started to experience some of my activations of my DNA. And so I went on this journey of becoming curious about my experiences. What the shit was that? Instead of looking at the superficial world, I started to go inside into talking about gods, talking about, going into the areas of angels and going into psychic abilities. And so I was into that. And I wanted to know what the F it was. I didn't know what it was. And I got my answers from magic books, from New Age books. I got into channeling. I didn't get into it. I started channeling out of nowhere. I wasn't even in social media. I was just... I remember what happened in Ukraine. So in America, I said, why didn't I try it here? So I tried it here, and then I started channeling. I channeled all kinds of entities, man. And so I'm not just, I'm trying to show you guys what some of you are into. And I can tell you sincerely because I experienced it myself. And I didn't know better. I had a huge library of magic books, man. I'm serious. I have a huge freaking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about eight 5-level shelves of books on magic and shamanism and different energy systems. I was a true indigo, but I was getting entangled in fallen angelic systems. And so I had to go through this. I had no idea what a Lyran Starseed was. I didn't know what indigo children were. And then I go beyond the occult and the psychic stuff and started going into just truth. You're indigo, man. You're all about that. So you don't know better, but you're trying to find it. So I was trying to find it in Alex Jones, because he talked about the truth and supposedly, right? You go and find and seek it. I went to Sedona workshops. I went to the UFO alien workshops. I met famous celebrities. I got a picture with George Norrie. And there's a Linda Moulton Howe. I met her personally. I talked to her. She had all kinds of questions. She was asking about, starseed abilities and stuff. She didn't know that point of view, but she knew about the alien stuff. But she was a reporter. She was into that shit. And so, but man, I met a lot of people with chips on their shoulders. A lot of people, you become spiritual, you become psychic, and these systems are about selfishness. It's about you gaining celebrity status or famous or you want like the superficial shit that I showed you. You want the expensive cars. I had a Camaro. I went to parties. I lived in Vegas, man. It's not boring in Vegas. You know, I'm not talking about strip clubs. I'm just talking about big time parties and dance clubs, nightclubs. You know, beautiful women. All the women are freaking got skirts up to here. You know, like they're traveling to Vegas. I live in Vegas. I could go to the strip anytime I wanted to. But I was grateful to come to Vegas because that is where I started getting into the spiritual community, even though a lot of it was New Age. Okay? I had to filter myself and get through all that. Eventually, I found the Emerald Order teachings. I was shocked. What I learned in Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2, I'm like, what the hell have I been doing? Right? No joke. I had money. I wasn't wealthy, but I had money. I didn't lack. I didn't have to experience lack. I mean, I didn't experience lack. I could buy my daughter the most expensive toys. I could buy the most expensive clothes. I mean, some of my shirts were like $300 or more, you know? And so that is what's being peddled to us. We're being programmed, you guys. You won't find out about Lyran Starseeds or what it really means. You're going to find out the occult things. You're going to find this shit in astrology and tarot and you're going to be finding it in channeling. I was channeling, vatos. I even felt one of these beings like, what the shit? I was speaking different languages, but they were all angry. They were all power hungry. They were all, I am powerful. You know how many messages that I see in my videos? People say, I am this and that and that. I am that and this and this. I am the high priestess. I'm an incarnation of Isis. I read this. People are saying this shit. Oh, good for you. And you don't judge them. I was in it. I would be, why would I judge them? I know what they're coming from. I know what I was involved in their same shit. You see what I'm saying? So you get all these people into vampirism. I mean, they're into vampires. I have people telling me, oh, this person was a vampire and I didn't know it. And this person was a black magician or this person's a priestess. See, we think it's cool. I am part of Thoth. I am part of Isis. I know how to cast spells. I know how to curse. I'm spiritual magical. I was teaching people candle magic. So, I know what you're doing, Vato, star sister, brother. You think you're some awakened one. You don't know jack shit yet. And I don't want to, after cleaning that, transmuting that out of my life, I don't hang out with those people no more. I'm not going to the nightclubs. I'm not going to Ukraine or dating sexy women. I'm not dating any women. I'm not, I live alone. I choose to be alone. I could find somebody if I wanted to. Some girls send me naked photos. Why? I didn't ask for that. Damn. Okay, I'm not interested. Now, before that would turn me on. I want to see more of you, but now it turns me off. I don't want to see those pictures. That tells me your mind. That tells me your values. And I recognize those values because I lived it. I don't want it no more. I transmuted it. Not interested. No, thank you. I had to ban some of these girls. I had to block some of these girls. Or friends. Friends who are into the occult. Friends who are into worshiping these gods. It's not in my life. I don't want it in my life. I don't want it in my aura. Now I know how to throw up my Maharic seal, my Christ shield. Now I know about what these beings really are. I know what your black magic spell is. I know what your evil eye is. I know what you're trying to claim. You will see a lot of arrogance, and that is your red flag, Starseed, Indigo. If you find it in yourself, be brutally honest with yourself. I had to be brutally honest with myself, and I discussed myself how I was before. I showed you guys nice, polite pictures. I didn't show you all the pictures. So, yeah. It's a journey. It's called a spiritual journey. And so, I'm thankful that I, have a background in some of that, because now that I'm a teacher in the Christos, now I can have reference points. Now I can understand some of these people. I can recognize them. I can recognize them in one conversation. You can get a whole picture of someone when you sit there and see what their interests are. So. I don't want to be known who's into abduction, Helena. What? I don't know what you're saying, Aisha Brevel. I speak from experience. Do you speak from the backseat? Stephen Oswald. I am aware. I am fearless. Are you? Yeah, a lot of this is fear systems. They're into fear. Giving fear. Like, there's people who want to fight you. They want to put you in fear. They gain power. They like to do that. They like to see fear in your eyes, in your body language. They want to punk you. They think they're strong and you're weak because you're not violent like they are. You're not dangerous like they are. They think they're dangerous. They think you're weak. They got guns and weapons to harm or steal or take, and you don't. You're their victim, so they think you're weak. You see the mentality of a fallen angel, of false creeds, of a phantom, fallen, chaotic consciousness. You see it. If we talk about hybrids, that there's certain countries and certain races who are Anunnaki, who are reptilian hybrids. It's not as if Ashiana or the teachings tell you who it is, because then a bunch of people would try to do something to them. I think you could figure it out like I told you before. You check things based on, you check Hinduism based on unity and false creeds. And you will see. Check Buddhism based on unity, Christ consciousness, and false creeds. Check the occult. Check Wicca based on unity, law of one, and false creeds. Check, you can check. You will feel. Or not. Right? Maybe you're still protecting that choice. Maybe you still think it's truth and the Emerald Tablets. Or maybe you think Archangel Michael is truth. Maybe you think the Galactic Federation is truth. I am now a light worker of the real Christ, Christos. I am speaking and sharing in unity consciousness. The not false creeds, but the true creeds. You guys saw the true creeds? The actual Guardian Creeds. Let me go to the Photoshop and show you the Guardian Creeds. Here is the Guardian Creeds. This is the Guardian Creeds. Okay? Love, joy, grace. You see, you won't find fear there. A gratitude, respect, responsibility. Ask Indigo Wizard. He's studying the 12 virtues. These are some of the virtues. Responsibility, trust, accountability, impeccability, mindfulness, fearlessness, detachment. These are some of the things that we deal with. The chakras, the Merkaba, you learn about ascension science, you learn about Kundalini, what it really is. Because Kundalini, I got all these windows open. Kundalini is actually low. It's only dimensions 1 through 9. Okay, Kundalini. Here's Maharata. It's dimensions 10 through 12 life force energy. And then there's higher life force energy called the Kirashe life force energy, dimensions 13 through 15. You see, when I was in New Age, when I was into occult and magic, I didn't know anything beyond Kundalini. I didn't know anything about the soul. I didn't know anything about higher dimensions. I didn't know anything about oversouls or avatars. I didn't know really exactly what was an angel or an archangel. Well, here we go, Emerald Order Teachings, Vato. Now I learn about the angelic human tribes. Now I learn about the indigo tribes. Now I learn about inner earth, and I learn about phantom earth, and I learn all these things now I didn't learn in the cult. And I'm a testimony of these teachings. You guys, it will change your life in a good way. You really want to find God, you will find God in these teachings. Otherwise, you're stuck in the fallen angelic systems in religion. And we know from these teachings that New Age, oh, what's wrong with the New Age? You guys, this is the full term is called New Age Channeling Movement. It's all about channeling, and wow, was I entangled in it. These beings, whatever beings, were channeling through me. So I could teach, because I had a channel in social media. People were watching me channel. So you get entangled in it from something you see, something you read, one of your friends. That's not my matrix. I'm in the Guardian Matrix. I'm now in the Emerald Order teachings. I'm in the Law of One. I found God inside. I found Christos, inside. You know, part of me knew there was the divine. Even though I left Christianity, I knew there was still something about God that I didn't understand. And that it was still something that I know I would learn and find answers to, and I did. Thank you, Iasha. Thank you, Guardian Alliance. Thank you, Emerald Covenant. Thank you for Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2 for changing my life. Thank you for the Carrie Cassidy interview that started it all for the public. Otherwise, none of us would have found, unless you lived in one of the cities that Ashana was teaching from. She lived in Florida. She lived in New York City. She lived in Phoenix, Arizona. That's how I got to see her, because I lived in Tucson, Arizona. I just had to travel 100 miles to come see her. So, it will change your life because it will answer basically all your questions. It answered all my questions, man. All those heavy, like, what's the purpose of life? What is God all about, really? You know, what are angels? Are aliens for real? Yes, they're for real. I have done a whole 360 in my life. You guys, let me tell you this. When I was homeless, when I had to lose everything out of that lifestyle I just showed you, I ended up living inside that Camaro. And have you seen the Camaro, how small the back space is? And I was in wintertime, and it was cold, in a sleeping bag in the freaking trunk, because the back seat will go down, so your legs go into the trunk. I lived that way, man. I did lives on Spiritual Magical that way. Actually, I think I was already teaching Christos when I was homeless. I don't know. But I lived in a storage unit. The manager knew I was living in there. I had buckets. I had a routine. So there was it was inside though. I made sure I had an inside one so there's air conditioning, and there was a couple of outlets, electrical outlets, so I could charge my phone and stuff and cook some ramen noodles when I could afford it. Yes, I was living it was when I was in the desert, homeless, in my car, my Camaro, before I traded in for a truck. Because that's what I really needed. In that lifestyle, I needed a truck. That's when I saw a UFO, man. When I was homeless and had nothing. That's when I was out of my body, when that UFO became cloaked, and within a few minutes, I was tripping out that I just saw a UFO, but then suddenly I was out of my body. When I lost everything, that's when I started becoming spiritual and understanding things. And I started to become humble. I started to become loving. I started to not have anger. Oh my God, man. Like, you could look back to some of the horrible things I did. I don't even want to say it. You would never, I would never, I don't want to hurt a fly. Today, there was a spider. I put this little clear jar over the spider. Now he's stuck. I put a piece of paper underneath, slowly. Now I could take him outside. I don't want to kill a spider. There was a roach. One roach. I've only seen one roach in this house. I didn't want to kill the roach. There's a bunch of little gnats outside. I didn't want to kill those. I won't kill gnats or spiders or cockroaches or anything if I don't have to. If I could capture it and take it outside. I did a whole 360. I mean, I never was a violent person. I never wanted to hurt. I've only been in 2 fights in my life. One I won, one I lost. So, I mean, I learned martial arts. I learned Aikido. I learned Jeet Kune Do. I learned Kenpo karate. I learned. I started to go in the gym. I started to get strong, and I was into bench pressing and doing my shoulders, my delts, my legs, my abs, wearing cool clothes. Going to get my pedicure. Hey, I was a model. I went to get my pedis and my manis. The girls liked it. I did tanning. Even though I'm part Hispanic, I still wanted to be more brown just because I wanted a golden skin. Hey, you guys, I'm not saying those are bad or wrong. I'm simply saying, hey, it's a choice of lifestyle. I went from I couldn't afford. When I became homeless, I had to stop dyeing my hair. I had to show my gray hair. Now I didn't give a shit. I grew my hair. You don't like it, I'm sorry. It's my hair now. You don't like my shirt? It's too much color in it. It's too hippie. You think it's gay that I wear crystals, or I have a crystal amber? I never lit my incense. Holy shit! Even if it's for 10 minutes, I'm gonna light it. My chiwa, I am transparent. I will tell you my dirty secrets. I mean, I've exposed myself to you. But your judgment, if you're judging me, it doesn't bother me. Because some people, you know, that's important. When somebody is open and transparent, you know, actually, my journey is on video and social media. You can see me develop and change. You can see me grow. If you go to my channel and look at the oldest videos, they're not so great. And when I was smoking, it wasn't helping me much. So I changed a lot, you guys. And I'm still on a journey of change and transformation. I want my silicate matrix DNA activated. Now, I've seen it. And I couldn't see my avatar, my Christ avatar, if I didn't have it. You wouldn't be seeing beings unless you were from the 6th dimension, 5th dimension, 4th dimension. See, before I didn't know what are you talking about? I look at you like a weirdo. Now I'm teaching this stuff about this consciousness and this. Machiwa. Thank you, guys. I'm coming from a space of love, so don't be too hard. When you do the work and pays off, everything else doesn't matter. You said it, Iberian girl. You're right, Jennifer. We all made mistakes. No judgment. It teaches you to live in your heart. Monster Quinn, when I first saw you, was on TikTok, and you were wearing a headdress. And I thought he's very interesting and cool. Yeah, I still have that headdress. Let me get it. But where is it? It might be in here. Let me see. Woohoo! Party time! Okay. What's up, my homies? Yeah. I had these headdresses. They're not Native American, they're shaman. There's a difference. Like, I actually ordered it. This is one of them. And this, I even wore at my drum circles. And I would have my rattle, my shaker, at the drum circle, which is coming up next week, but I don't use this, you know. Someday, I'll have the staff from Indigo Wizard. I'll be taking that to the drum circles, and I'll start using it again. I have my Gandalf staff, but it's broken now. It fell down. So, to me, it means something when that happens. Makaya, Masutas. And this is my favorite, but, you know, it's not Native American, because I had some people get mad about this. It's not Native American. But I will say that I've been Native American, vatos. I've been part of that DNA. In another life, you understand reincarnation? I lived as a druid. That's why your brother Anuhazi wants to hold a staff, because it connects me. And I was into magic, maybe in the wrong way this lifetime, but I know there's what is magic? Okay, for some people, it's some type of, for me, it's you using life force energy to do something with that life force energy. So I know that I was always into crystals. Even when I was a teenager, I was, there were signs. When you find out you were an indigo child, you will go back in your life and review it and see there were signs that, hey, I was an indigo child. I was always into cats. I had Panther on my wall when I was a teenager. A cool Panther poster. It was like and I talked about my cult past, right? Ashana has that too. If you hear her daughter talk about her mom was all into that stuff too. So, could her daughter be lying? Yeah, but she's not the only one. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Ashana. I love her, right? So, I'm just saying, like our sister or brother said, no judgment. We had to go through certain experiences to wake up. And so, and here I am talking about Lyran Starseeds when 5-10 years ago, I didn't know what a Lyran Starseed. I didn't know I was an indigo child. I didn't know that I had this active third eye. I used to read third eye books, but it happened naturally. 111 people. What's up? So it happened naturally, you guys. Don't give up. If you guys are persistent, maybe you don't see results, so you're getting frustrated. You guys, I was the same way. Be persistent. Do as much. Like I would recommend learning your knowledge from the Emerald Order teachings. It's based on unity consciousness. It's based on equality, on Christ consciousness. It's based on the law of one. You can't go wrong with that. Okay? When you start getting into these other systems, you will find judgment. You will find ego. I used to come from a space of ego. Now I come from a space of equality and omni-Christos love. So this is all of us have the silicate matrix inside of us. We all have 12 strands of DNA sleeping. It's dormant in your inside. And our job is to awaken that in our spiritual journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It can happen quickly, but it doesn't happen immediately like fast food. I want it now. So you go learn in New Age. I was there, remember? I had Kundalini books. I had Thoth books. I had Enochian books. I had a whole bunch of shaman books because I have experience in my past lives with Native Americans. I respect Native Americans. A lot of people have some interest in their spirituality. Like if you a lot of them have extraterrestrial storylines. Like the Zuni. The Zuni talk about coming from the stars. The Dogon tribe of Africa talk about coming from the stars. What do you think I lived in Arizona. What do you think the Kachina is? The Kachina. It's an extraterrestrial being. Now, I know when I go to drum circles, there's a lot of New Age people there, but I love them. And I have the Christos knowledge. And some people know that there, but not everyone. But I don't, I'm not trying to be the center of attention. Like my main goal in life used to be I wanted to be a movie star. And then I said, okay, because I was a background extra. I talked about that sometimes. I was in Jason Bourne 5. I was on the set. I was in some of the scenes of Jason Bourne 5. Jason Bourne 5. It's filmed in Las Vegas. Hello, I lived in Las Vegas. And so I said, this sucks being paid minimum wage as a background actor. So I'm going to make a business. And I did in Vegas. I made a business. And I started earning my own money. And I said, I'm going to make an indie movie. You know, that means an independent film. I'm going to make my own movie with $100,000. If I ever make that much money. I didn't make that much money. I came close, but anyways, I wanted to be the center of attention, but not anymore. And I'm like, I guess you could say I'm in the camera now, but not like an actor. Sorry, I had to rub my eye. But yeah, you guys, this is a journey. And maybe you're with a husband or a wife or a boyfriend, girlfriend who doesn't believe the same thing you believe. You know, that makes it hard, right? Or maybe your family is rejecting you or making you feel bad because you don't believe in their Jehovah or Allah or Brahma. So, you know better. I mean, you know what that's all about. You're awakening to the law of one. You're awakening to unconditional love, omni love. That means love all. You're awakening to it. And some of it's hard to accept, or not accept, believe in. Some of it's hard, you guys. Like it took me a while to understand love everybody. You know? Like we get conditioned to want to judge people. Like that person doesn't deserve love. That person hurt me, or that person cheated on me, or that person murdered somebody, or murdered lots of people. Love all. Innerchristos love. There's no, it's not a pick and choose. Don't get that confused with, oh, does that mean I have to hang out with that person? No, you love them and understand, you know that they're part of the Creator. It is the face of the Creator. In the hologram, that's a lower distortion. And according to the promise of the Emerald Covenant, eventually all of us will return back to Source God. So, maybe we will have someday a human seeding fork. Because human seeding 3, apparently, I don't know, we got Ashana talking about, excuse me, what was it called? It's confusing because some of the information after the split is contradictory. But anyways, to each your own. I just know that if you're with the basics of, hey, living in Christ consciousness, living in unity consciousness, and learning about the chakras and, reclaiming your chakra, at least up to the throat, a minimum, up to the throat, and learn how to create the Merkaba field, and learn some of the sliders techniques, Kathara techniques. You will know how to ascend. And eventually you will connect to your higher selves. You will connect to your higher evolution, your higher consciousness. You will get your memory back. You will remember your lifetimes. Ashiana talks about remembering herself in her mother's womb. Okay? That's some high-level activation. So, and remembering past lives, like it's perfect in your memory, like lucid. You could replay it back, no problem. Some people can't even remember what they ate yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like I was mentioning earlier, I looked on social media at some of my friends from high school. Dang! No progress. Okay, bless you, but hey, I changed. I went through so much stuff. And in the past 2 years alone, 2023 was a big change for me. I mean, huge changes. 2024, it just started, and I already feel these massive changes. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. It's starting to get closer to being late to 9, or yeah, it's about time. It's that time. I know there's over 100 people still, but I do these lives twice a week, so I'll be coming back. Don't worry, I won't always be showing modeling pictures. I know some of you think that's stupid or something. I'm just trying to explain something, okay, and show what I went through, and so you can understand why I'm talking about occult and magic systems and stuff like that. Like I remember even when I was taking a class about, what do you call it, birth charts, the person telling me my birth chart was so arrogant, man. Like, what the shit? These people think they think they're the shit. Oh, they are the shit. Iberian girl. Thank you, Star Sister. What's up? Big hug. I love those 9s. I love 3 9s. What's up? That's a beautiful number. 999. Power. That's triple Trinity. That's what. Thank you for sharing the knowledge. Much respect to your spiritual journey, Iberian girl. Much love. You're awesome. Perfect timing, because I am going to be kind of, finishing up the live. It was kind of a different live today because we didn't get lit, and I was showing you my life, my past. I talked about my UFO incident. Some people won't understand that. Like, I tell my family that there's no response. They don't get it. They don't know how to react. I think that's a big deal. To be out of my body and to explain what I felt. To see the UFO for real, no joke. More than once I've seen UFOs, but that one actually did something, So I have no problems being open like that. I mean, I don't tell everything in my life, but you know what I'm saying? I think some things are good to, like an analogy, and know that I have some background in that. And so I'm not a master or a guru, I never said I was. I still have room to grow. And I think what you guys are witnessing with your brother Anuhazi, as I'm smoking less and less and less, that is transformation in the making. I have even told you guys that you're not meant to always be smoking or taking plant medicine. Eventually, you'll be running the techniques. You'll be running and feeling the energies through your body. You'll be opening chakras. You'll be seeing angels without medicine, star beings, higher selves, spirit guides. You'll be seeing them without medicine. And that's exactly one of the things I want to say is my dreams have become much more active. I'm not saying they're perfect yet, but my gosh, like I smoked like only on Tuesday last, but even though on Wednesday I had much better dreams recall, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm getting better dream recall. That to me is incentive, you guys. I want to have dreams tonight. Now I will. Because the smoke just sends you to sleep. And maybe you dream, but you won't remember jack shit, right? So, and I want to say, I tell you guys that because some of you struggle through the same shit. You don't want to give it up. I like it. It makes me feel good, right? It helps me sleep. It helps take away the pain. I like the way it smells and all kinds of stuff. But hey, eventually you'll be doing way advanced stuff. Like I consider this advanced if you're into fasting for 2-3 days, maybe a week. If you're into a strict diet, if you can discipline yourself to accomplish some spiritual feat, like going into meditation for an hour, to be able to do breathing, inhale, pranayama, those are feats. That's not easy. Okay? To do and master visualization, imagination, and actively do it. To have self-control over your thoughts and of your body. Those are feats, you guys. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is possible. We are going through a spiritual awakening. The planet there's 6 stargates still open. That's 6 levels of consciousness flowing. We are in the best time to expand ourselves. This is the best time to grow your soul, to make changes. I love you unconditionally. Delise! Wait 1 second. Wait. You are my epic. You are epic. My mom loves you. Machiwa. Thank you, Holy One. Much respect to you. Appreciate you for that exchange of energy. I love you guys. You're awesome. And I'm here on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I thought of something unique. I want to put my camera on a tripod at the drum circle, at the back of my truck, and point my truck towards the drum circle, so it could be running, and I don't have to worry about holding the camera or doing footage. And then you guys could join in and talk to each other like you're doing now and see the drum circle activity. You'll see me dancing around. I think that would be a cool idea, you guys. So this Saturday, I won't do a normal live, but you can still come, because I plan on seriously showing up early and making sure I set my camera up. And it'll probably be running for 3 or 4 hours. You don't have to watch it for 3 or 4 hours. But you will see it starts off with just me dancing by myself, because people like watching what I'm doing, or they're just not ready to stand up yet. But you see the drummers, they'll be doing they're awesome drummers, man. It's an awesome drum circle group in Vegas. And so, but then you'll see more people, because I'm not trying to be the center of attention. I'm just doing my thing. And I want other people to join, and eventually people start joining. So there's drumming, and there's people dancing. There's people swirling fire. They're fire workers, or whatever you call them. There's people doing the rainbow light things. It's a cool thing. And I learned a lot just by hanging out at drum circles. And if there's one in your area, just look, man. Drum circle in my city. Drum circles in my area, in my state, whatever. Maybe you're willing to travel 50 miles once a month, like me. I have to go more than 50 miles, but I'm willing to travel it, because and I'll share it with you guys, okay? Drum circles are powerful. It is that I think it transports you to your past lives, because you're spiritual in this life. Maybe you were spiritual in those other lives. I believe I was Maya and Inca. And that's why I found myself in Machu Picchu in Peru. My life brought me there. Okay? So I recommend that. I believe drum circles, even learning how to use a drum, or even learning how to use a didgeridoo. Those are those mystical sounds, man, that will bring back a lot of powerful energy. And that's why I go. I'm not into all that moon crap. That's dark shit, you guys. Eclipses are dark shit. Full moon rituals, new moon rituals. It's all dark shit. You can have a different opinion. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me on this live on Christos Avatar. I was going to talk about Lyran Starseeds. I made some Lyran Starseed artwork. I'm getting better and better at it. Check it out. Now I'm making tiger Lyrans and panther Lyrans. And I want to make some lynx Lyrans and some cougar light Lyrans and some cheetah. Oh, I made some cheetah Lyrans. Yeah, baby. Yeah, and some blue skin Lyrans. Why not? I'll see you guys soon. Love yourselves. And love those around you. What do you think omni love is? Love everyone that you can. I mean, get better at it. Get better at loving. Because love is our power. Hate and judgment and fear and put down women and subservient to alien gods, that's their power. No thank you. Transmute. Love those around you. Send out unconditional love. Send out unity consciousness. Get into a conversation with your friend or your family or your lover about unity. Get in a dialogue. Don't be shy. You can talk about God. You can talk about Jeshua. Jeshua 12. Have some lucid dreams, you guys. Try not smoking for a few days and see what it does to your energies. Check that out. Maybe someday together we'll stop smoking. Some of us, right? And I'll be fasting like maybe 2 days out of the week. I'm like got a little roll now, man. Like, dang. I'm getting better at my eating, guys. But, you know, I eat vegetables. But I'm not skinny. You can be a plump vegan. Okay? I eat vegetables, dude. I eat carrots. I mean, I still cook them, so I'm not perfect yet. But dude, it's a vegan chili. It's so freaking amazing. It tastes so delicious. I'm not missing the meat. You remember me on camera? Some of you have been around for a while. I used to eat Krispy Kremes, and I used to order pizza a couple times a month. No, thank you. No, thank you. Celebrate! Yeah! Transformation! Find your Lyran Starseed inside. Machiwa, holy ones. Bless you. Bless you. You are sacred. You are divine. You are protected. You are needed. Awaken your consciousness so you can awaken others. See you guys at the drum circle. Yeah! I'll be going live at the drum circle. What's up? Namaste, holy ones. If you don't see me filming live, then I'll see you on Sunday. Good night, you guys. Peace. Namaste. Let's just finish it off. Let's say I am Christos together and Shaddai Ure. And then we'll say goodbye. Shaddai Ure Akuntun. I'll lower my voice. Shaddai Ure Akuntun. You got to find your tone. Shaddai Ure Akuntun. Sometimes you have to say it a few times so your voice is relaxed. Shaddai Ure Akuntun. I am Christos. I am Christos. I am Christos. Christos is your 12th dimensional consciousness, your 12th dimensional Merkaba. And we visualize the Christos. It's 6 inches below your feet. It's pure white. Okay? I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. And this comes from Lisa Renee. Bless our sister. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Good night, Lyran Starseeds. Good night, all Starseeds and Indigos. Peace. Chikasmas. Queen.